A situation of mounting tension played out outside a residence, heightening into a sharp exchange between a woman and a team of police officers who were in pursuit of an individual named Christopher Ruff.
I need to speak with them about an incident. Do you have a phone number for him or anything?
I do not.
You do not? Do you mind if I grab your information just to say I talked to you and that you said he wasn't home?
No, for what reason? What is this about?
It's an incident that he was involved in. I need to interview you about.
Okay, what incident?
The woman, taken aback by their sudden appearance and intrusive actions, asserted that Christopher wasn't present. Despite not knowing his whereabouts, she declined to provide any further information, growing increasingly uncomfortable with the officers' relentless inquiries and the insinuations their presence brought.
I don't need to answer that question.
What?
I don't need to answer that question.
Do you answer any questions?
Nope.
No? Okay, then thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, you too. Is there a reason you're walking around my car right now? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you surrounding my fucking car. Why are you here?
Regardless of her distinct assertion that she lacked any useful information, the officers carried on with their questioning. They initiating photographing her car and circling it in a manner that she found threatening.
So I talked to you earlier and you said it wasn't your car.
I didn't say that, you liar. Why are you taking pictures of my fucking car?
An incident. That's why we're trying to talk to Chris.
Why are you talking to Chris if it's my fucking car?
You were aggressive.
You have to tell me why you are taking pictures of my vehicle. That's why?
Yes.
Why didn't you fucking tell me that? I've been asking for like 20 minutes.
She demanded to know why they were photographing her vehicle and why they were at her location, her irritation mounting with every evasion of her questions. In response to her rising annoyance, one of the officers finally divulged a vague reason for their actions. He mentioned that her car had been implicated in an incident. However, he left the specifics of the supposed incident undisclosed, causing the woman's confusion to persist.
He was involved in an incident, that's what he said. And then I said, why are you surrounding my car? And nobody's fucking answering me.
You tried to talk to me earlier and you said you didn't want to talk about the car, so how are we supposed to know you?
I didn't say that. What are you talking about? I'm recording right now.
I was involved in a collision. Would you like to talk to us about that now?
What collision? I wasn't driving the car.
She denied driving the car and asserted that it had been parked there the whole time. The woman defended her rights vocally, challenging the officers' actions and their refusal to supply clear explanations for their conduct. Despite their assurances that she wasn't receiving any kind of citation, the continued presence of the officers and their invasive actions cast doubts over the authenticity of their claims.
Okay.
It's been parked here. What do you need? What do you need?
Okay, who else drives your car then?
None of your fucking business. None of your fucking business. What do you need with my car?
With you, but if you're just going to be disrespectful and not answer the question,
are you going to give me a citation of some kind?
No, I'm not. That's why I didn't ask to speak.
Then stop taking fucking pictures of my car.
That's why I asked to speak with Chris.
If you need any information, you can call the person that you think was involved.
And I asked for his phone
and get
number,
the fuck away from my car.
Okay?
Their persistence in photographing her vehicle, even in the face of her repeated pleas for clarity, remained unbroken. The interaction concluded in a deadlock, with the woman resolute in her refusal to surrender information and the officers unsuccessful in adequately justifying their actions.
Are we done? Do you have everything you need?
Okay, yeah, we are done.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
Fuck out of here.
A routine police inquiry had escalated into a tense standoff, leaving a trail of unanswered questions and a residual sense of discomfort.
Record.
What's up, buddy?
What do you want?
Any weapons in the vehicle?
What do you want?
Weapons in the vehicle?
You just pulled me over. What do you want?
During the traffic stop, an individual in question demonstrates a strong determination to understand the reason behind their detainment. They confidently assert their rights under the Fifth Amendment, refusing to answer any questions until the officer provides a clear explanation for the stop.
You need to tell me why you stopped me.
What's that?
You need to tell me why you stopped me.
I'll explain that in a second to you.
No, you need to tell me right now. You just detained me on the side of the road while I'm driving.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll explain all that in a second. Can you confirm you have weapons in the system?
In the system?
Confirm you have weapons in the vehicle.
You're gonna tell me why you stopped me before I ask any questions. Answer any of your questions.
By invoking the Fifth Amendment, which protects individuals from self-incrimination, they emphasize their right to remain silent.
You know who I am?
Recognize your voice.
Ah.
Okay.
So why are you asking me if I have weapons if you know who I am?
I can't see what you have going on your lap down there. That's why.
If you know who I am, you know I don't have any weapons. So why are you asking me? Right?
Are you able to answer that question for me yet or not?
Roll this window down.
You don't gotta roll it down.
Roll this window down.
You don't have to.
Their insistence on being informed about the purpose of the stop before engaging in any dialogue reveals a strategic approach to the situation.
Yeah, it does. You better tell me why,
It's not for him. He got right now. Okay, so I'll tell you eventually.
You'll explain to me eventually? I want to know why I'm stopped. I didn't break any laws. You see this dash cam right here? See that?
They emphasize the importance of the officer's obligation to state the reason for the stop, seeking transparency and accountability from law enforcement.
I did? I did? I'm driving the vehicle. I did that?
Can you confirm there's weapons in the vehicle?
Hey, you guys, I got a dash cam right there that will show all of this. This is excellent. Share this around. This moron knows who I am and he's asking me if I got weapons in the car.
By prioritizing their right to know why they were stopped, the individual establishes a foundation for challenging the legality and validity of the encounter.
I don't have to answer questions. You know what the Fifth Amendment is?
Stand by with him.
Hey, I just want you to understand that before a traffic stop, when we ask, if a police officer asks you if there's any weapons, you have to say if you have weapons or not.
Do you know what the Fifth Amendment is?
Okay, all right, I want you to understand.
Do you know what the Fifth Amendment is?
Okay.
Yes or no?
He already gave his ID. You just said Christopher Rock. You already gave his ID.
Hit the like button, you guys. Share this.
Their assertiveness not only showcases a firm understanding of their rights, but also challenges the authority and discretion of the officer. By putting the burden of explanation on the officer, they aim to ensure that the stop is based on legitimate grounds rather than arbitrary or discriminatory motives. This interaction exemplifies a proactive approach to asserting one's rights during police encounters, highlighting the significance of accountability, transparency, and adherence to proper procedures in law enforcement.
Being you have no authority or jurisdiction over me is for me to get out of my private automobile and talk about what I just told you.
And you can show me your passport.
You got my passport, dude.
I don't have your passport.
Those gentlemen do have my passport. The Highway Patrol do.
Okay.
Highway Patrol, how about bring the passport so I can read it to the sheriff? Could you be so kind?
So, Uncle, if you come out and explain to me your passport, I'll hear your side of it.
You've already heard my side. I've already told you my side.
Well, you can explain your passport to me.
I don't need to explain it. You should know this as a LEO, shouldn't you?
I've never seen your passport.
The interaction begins with the officers informing the man of his violations and requesting him to step out of the vehicle for a conversation. However, the man asserts his rights and refuses to cooperate, citing that he has no obligation to comply with the officer's demands. He claims that as a United States national, he is not subject to their jurisdiction and asserts his right to freely travel.
So ask them gentlemen politely, sirs, highway patrolmen, may I please have my passport to read to the sheriff?
They're not going to give it back to you until...
They're not going to give it back to me. So you're telling me the Highway Patrol in Wyoming has stole my private property. Is that what you guys are telling me?
You can claim...
No, it's not a claim, sir. That's another matter of fact of law. Does that passport belong to any of you? Does that passport belong to any of you? The answer is no. And if you're not giving that back to me, which is my said possession, what is that called? What's that called? As LEOs, you should know what that's.
Let me know.
That's called
Inform me.
theft. Okay?
However, throughout the exchange, the man repeatedly challenges the officer's authority and attempts to educate them on what he believes to be the law. He references legal precedents and quotes various court cases to support his argument. He insists that the officers are acting as private entities rather than representatives of the government. He also accuses them of being revenue collectors for a foreign corporation operating under statutes and codes.
No, it is not.
Yes, sir.
What is possession?
It is property.
What is possession,
I'm
sir?
not going to argue with you, sir.
I know you can argue with me because you don't know the law. Possession is 9/10 of it, correct?
All I said was...
Huh?
All I said... When I stopped you, I didn't say you're getting a ticket. I never said you're getting a ticket. I just want you to step out so we can talk face to face.
We are talking face to face.
Out of your vehicle.
No, I'm not getting out of my private automobile. This ain't a vehicle.
Tensions escalate as the man resolutely refuses to comply with the officer's requests. The officers, growing increasingly frustrated, warn the man that they will forcefully remove him from the vehicle, even breaking the window if necessary. The man counters their threats, proclaiming that he will not allow his rights to be violated and his private property be damaged.
Barris, B-E-R-R-I-S.
B-E-R-R-I-S.
It's in the passport you stole.
Okay, we didn't steal your passport.
Well, then may I have my passport
You'll get
back?
everything back. What I need you to do, okay, so I'm going to tell you. Okay, so you're driving without a driver's license, you're speeding, you don't have plates on your vehicle. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I need you to get out of the vehicle to chat with us. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you to get out of the car. So right now I'm asking you, will you please get out of the car and speak with us?
No, I will not.
Okay, I'm going to tell you to get out of the car. You need to get out of the car right now.
You're being recorded.
That's fine.
Okay. And under what authority are you demanding an American state national to get out of this vehicle when I don't have to prove any kind of... I am not in your corporate bylaws. I don't need driver's licenses.
That's fine.
The conversation becomes heated with both sides firmly entrenched in their positions. The man accuses the officers of theft, claiming that they have unlawfully confiscated his passport, in which the officers ask the man to come out of the vehicle, which he denied to do.
I've already helped you. I've educated you about the law, but you're not listening. You're not accepting the facts, okay? Now, I'm going to ask you one more time. I would like my passport back. I would like to get on my way. I have critters with water freezing. I really don't have time for this.
Okay, sir. I'm telling you, if we have to, we will break the window, unlock the vehicle, and pull you out. Do you want it to get to that, or do you want to come out and talk to us?
Okay, so you're threatening...
The man emphasized the urgency of the situation, stating, "I have critters with water freezing. I really don't have time for this." Attempting to resolve the issue peacefully, the individual warned the other person that if necessary, they would resort to forceful measures, to which the cop said, "Sir, I'm telling you, if we have to, we'll break the window, unlock the vehicle, and pull you out. Do you want it to get to that, or do you want to come out and talk to us?"
You guys admit that you have no authority over me.
We can't do that, sir.
Well, I'm sorry you can't do that.
Okay. Well,
but I am not going to allow you to violate my rights to travel. I will not allow you to damage my private property. Okay? I'm telling you right now.
I don't want to damage your private property. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I don't want to at all.
Okay.
All I want you to do is get out of the vehicle so we can talk. That's it. That is it. And I won't damage your private property. Nothing. That's
not happening.
Okay.
I don't have to get out of this vehicle.
Okay, so why are we coming to this? Why are we butting heads there? Why don't you?
Because you guys are not listening to the matter of fact of law. That's why.
To the matter of fact of law.
It's called the matter of fact of law.
Okay.
The man didn't let his guard down and demanded to return his passport and challenges the officers to admit they have no authority over him.
Yes, sir. Can I do for you?
All right, sir. Here's your passport back. Can you roll it down a little bit further? You just want me to slide it in there?
Just slide her in here.
Okay, so this is back. You already pulled those out. Okay. Free to go for now, okay?
What'd you do to my car?
We didn't do anything to your car.
Okay, I got it on film here.
Okay.
There's nothing sabotaged on my private vehicle.
There's nothing sabotaged on your vehicle.
Relying on the intervention of the sheriff's department, the individual expressed their trust in their involvement. They mentioned that all parties involved were gathered together for a discussion. The individual noted that a young officer approached them with her passport and handed it to a higher-ranking highway patrolman. Then the man respectfully addressed the officer, asking, "Yes, sir, what can I do for you?" The officer returned their passport, and the individual requested them to roll down the window a bit further for the return.
The law is for everyone to follow, and no one is exempted from it, not even lawyers. No matter how intelligent they think they are, karma always gets them. Can attorneys get away with anything? Can they sway a ruling in favor of their clients or even themselves? Watch the video to see how these attorneys get owned by cops for breaking the law.
Las Vegas attorney in some trouble for a series of alleged late-night rendezvous with one of her clients.
Hal Uhrig, an area criminal defense attorney from Orlando, made headlines all over the country. Hal Uhrig, who represented George Zimmerman in the Trayvon Martin shooting incident, was arrested on various charges, which included soliciting perjury and tampering with a witness or victim. Marcos Lopez, Osceola County Sheriff, said that Uhrig took on a case involving a man named Krishnath Prasad, who had been charged of raping a 9-year-old girl. Uhrig was accused of holding a meeting with his client, the victim, and her father. Uhrig tried to cut a deal to keep the suspect from going to jail. During their meeting, Uhrig instructed the victim and her father to do 3 things. Firstly, to write a declination, that is a letter to the state attorney saying that the rape never happened.
Basically a letter to the state attorney saying the rape didn't happen.
Secondly, to avoid being served a subpoena so that they didn't have to go to court to testify, and lastly, to lie during their deposition and say that the rape didn't happen. According to Lopez, he wanted to make sure this guy didn't go to trial for rape. He added that Mr. Prasad committed the sexual battery at a time when she was 9 years old. And this is what caused Mr. Uhrig to work a deal out with the victim to try and get Mr. Prasad off on a lesser charge so that sexual assault battery cases will go to trial, and this will be a separate trial against the attorney. Even after being pressured to such an extent, the victim decided to come forward and report the conduct to the state attorney's office in July of 2021. Osceola County started an investigation against Prasad's attorney on the basis of the victim's complaint. The victim's father engaged in a controlled phone call with Uhrig and said that he couldn't talk on the phone about any specifics and wanted to meet in person. According to the officials, the father wore a recording device during his meeting with Uhrig, and during the meeting, the attorney made him turn off his cell phone and told the father to read a script off of his computer screen.
He wore a recording device, the victim's father. During the meeting, the attorney made him turn off his cell phone.
Lopez said that the script was his defense for when he goes to court on the charges. However, fate had other plans for them. Prasad, who was arrested back in 2019, is working his way through the court system. On the other hand, Uhrig is accused of soliciting to commit perjury, which is a 3rd-degree felony, and also for tampering with and harassing a victim, which amounts to a capital life felony. Given Uhrig's 40-year-long career, this might not be the first time he has done something like this. According to Lopez, if you're an attorney, you've been practicing law for a long time, and there's no way you're going to jeopardize your career on something like this, especially at that age. Especially at that age, it's retirement time. So I think this wasn't his first rodeo. Unless someone else comes forward, we won't know that, but that's what I suspect this time. The next attorney in line is Alexis Plunkett. This topsy-turvy case involves a 38-year-old attorney from Las Vegas named Alexis Plunkett, was indicted with 2 counts of conspiracy to unlawfully possess a portable communication device and 12 counts of a portable telecommunication device by a prison. The charges relate to her visit with her 28-year-old client and boyfriend at the time named Andrew Arevalo. This man was shot in the face by a high-state correction officer in 2014. He also faced felony and weapon charges and was awaiting trial. His case was represented by Plunkett in his lawsuit against the Nevada Department of Corrections in connection with the shooting, which resulted in another man's death. During her visit, security camera footage shows Plunkett handing over her phone to Arevalo. Now, this is a felony that could land her in jail for a year. However, her case took a complicated turn. Even though the couple started off as boyfriend and girlfriend, they were experiencing rifts in their relationship after her phone was examined by the police. It seems that she is trying to put a hit on Arevalo. Her text messages about her joking about felonies led her to her downfall. Some of the texts read, "I've placed hits in every Nevada prison on Andrew with every homie and lifer I know." She further added, "This pause will never survive in prison now. He's F with the wrong bit. I am not the one. I represent all the sure-knows and he's gonna get it. However, one of the people in the group asked her to delete the message. He said, "Alexis, this isn't funny. I know you are under a tremendous amount of stress, but I'm not interested in joking about felonies. I don't think anyone is either." She replied, "I am not joking. That's why I said to delete it. He said he was going to have me murdered, so I'll take care of business first." Plunkett's attorney Adam Solinger said that her messages show that she was under great stress and she was only venting about the bad situation she was in, and that her words shouldn't be taken as a serious threat. Despite all of her 14-count indictment, Plunkett was dismissed by the district judge Michael Villani. However, she was shockingly arrested again for charges of bribing or intimidating a witness, which is a felony. According to her lawyer, her guilty plea comes after reaching an agreement with prosecutors. The agreement is a good resolution for all sides involved. It's the choice that she made, that's best for her, and I respect that. Ultimately, it came down to being tired of continued litigation. Fighting a war on two fronts takes a toll on you, and remaining in custody pending your trial and resolution of your other case is really hard to do. She pleaded guilty of possession of a telecommunication device and was ordered to serve 3 years of probation and was later disbarred. In the next case, Christopher Reynolds, a 44-year-old Florida attorney, shocked everyone. He was accused of stealing nearly $800,000 from his clients. He was arrested by the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office for multiple charges, including money laundering and grand theft. He started his private practice in Seminole back in 2015, representing victims of vehicle crashes. He had dealt with at least 16 clients before they had their money stolen by Reynolds. It was back in October that the detectives came to know about the theft when one of Reynolds' clients came forward. The client complained to the authorities that her lawsuit for $100,000 had been settled months earlier. However, Reynolds never notified her about this. The investigators made a shocking discovery. Reynolds had forged his client's signature on the legal documents and collected the money from insurance companies that should have been disturbed to pay medical bills and provide other compensation related to car accident. This was a similar pattern for most of the clients that had availed his services. Once he had settled his case, he would disappear without a trace, never to be seen again. He would neither pick up the calls or respond to the voicemails, and would cut off all forms of communication he had with the client's eye. In another incident, the lawyer pocketed the woman's $100,000 and continuously lied to her in the communications before it abruptly stopped that he was going to solve this with the insurance company. He also forged the woman's name on settlement documents, and he never paid her medical bills with the settlement money. His highest theft amounted to $148,750 from a client back in 2019. Sheriff Gualtieri claimed that the clients must have had serious injuries for their settlement money to be in 6 figures. Now, what did he do with the money he stole? The answer will shock you. The lawyer had a drug abuse problem. He used a portion of the stolen money to purchase drugs and nearly spent $30,000 on pornography and $424,000 on prostitution. Sheriff Gualtieri later commented, "They're licensed to practice law. They've got the boxes checked. They've got the credentials. They've got the credibility that goes with that, and they're really just a thief who was ripping them off." These are not isolated cases. Many lawyers who are corrupted and have been cheating people for years are roaming free in this world with no one to put a check on them. What do you think of these lawyers? Were they punished approximately? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to press the bell icon and subscribe to our channel for future updates.